Welcome back, dreamers, romantics, and seekers of the extraordinary. You have entered the sanctuary of anything you want, the only digital archive where we refuse to view celebrity news as mere gossip. Instead, we treat these moments as the chapters of a modern epic, dissecting the vulnerability, the courage, and the invisible threads that bind human hearts together. Before we unseal the envelope on tonight's fairy tale revelation, I invite you to anchor yourself in our growing family. Subscribe to the channel to ensure you never miss a beat of these unfolding human dramas. Press the like button to signal your presence to the algorithm, and for those who wish to be the true patrons of this storytelling art, I urge you to click the join button. By becoming a member, you are not just a viewer, you are a guardian of deep, investigative storytelling. Today, we are stepping into a night that began as a celebration of birth and ended as a celebration of eternity. We are talking about Afra Saraçoğlu, the woman whose smile has captivated a nation, and Mert Ramazan Demir, the man who finally decided to rewrite their script. Last night, amidst the clinking of crystal and the hum of music, a question was asked. A question that turned a birthday party into a historic moment in Turkish entertainment history. Yes. Mert proposed to me, she confessed to the cameras, her eyes shining with the weight of a new future. But what happened away from the lenses? What did he whisper by the sea? And what is the secret behind the ring that has the whole world talking? Stay with us, here on Anything You Want, as we walk you through the proposal of the decade. To understand the magnitude of what transpired, we must first set the stage. The evening was designed to be a tribute to Afra Saraçoğlu, a celebration of her journey around the sun. The venue was a fortress of elegance, filled with the crème de la crème of Istanbul's social scene. Afra, the undisputed star of the evening, moved through the room like a vision. Clad in an elegant dress that seemed to be woven from starlight, she radiated a presence that was both commanding and approachable. Her ever-present smile was the centerpiece of the party, a beacon that drew friends and admirers into her orbit. However, keen observers noted a peculiar tension in the air, a subtle vibration that hummed beneath the music. Throughout the early hours of the evening, Mert Ramazan Demir seemed to be playing a role of studied indifference. To the casual eye, it might have appeared as distance, but to those who know the language of nerves, it was the behavior of a man carrying a heavy, golden secret in his pocket. He was a man waiting for his cue. The atmosphere shifted as the night deepened. The celebratory noise began to give way to something more intimate. The words exchanged between Afra and Mert while dancing. Whispered secrets shared in the middle of a crowded room, touched the hearts of those close enough to witness them. It was a prelude to the main act, a subtle tightening of the emotional bond before the crescendo. I pause here to ask you, the romantics of Anything You Want, have you ever noticed that before a big life moment, the air seems to change? Do you think Mert's indifference was a way to hide his nervousness? Share your thoughts on pre-proposal jitters in the comments below. The true magic, however, did not happen under the disco lights. It happened in the quiet. As the party reached its zenith, Afra and Mert performed a vanishing act. They discreetly slipped away from the crowded group of friends, moving away from the noise, the toasts, and the expectations. They found sanctuary in a secluded spot overlooking the sea, a place where the only audience was the moon and the rhythmic lapping of the waves against the shore. It was a setting that demanded honesty. Rumor has it that this was the moment the universe aligned. The excitement of the birthday party gave way to a tranquil, almost sacred romantic atmosphere. It was here, in this private world they created, that Mert Ramazan Demir dropped the mask. According to a close friend who witnessed the aftermath, Mert took Afra's hand. The contact was electric, a grounding force in the swirling emotions of the night. He looked into her eyes, searching for the soul he had come to know so well over the years. Afra was breathless, her heart hammering against her ribs, sensing the shift in gravity. He knelt down. It wasn't a performance for social media. It wasn't a scene for a TV drama. It was a man asking a woman to build a life with him. When her favorite song began to play softly in the distance, perhaps arranged by a conspiring DJ, Mert whispered the proposal in a tone only she could hear. It was a question that required no script. The answer, of course, was yes. When they returned to the party, the transformation was undeniable. Afra's joy was palpable. She was glowing with an inner light that outshone any diamond. But speaking of diamonds, the small box that Mert had taken from his pocket became the focal point of the night. The elegant ring now adorning Afra's finger has already become a trending topic, analyzing by forensic fans across social media. But this is not just a piece of jewelry purchased from a catalog. It is said that the ring was custom designed by Mert himself. Every curve, every stone, and every facet represents a significant detail of Afra's life and their shared journey. It is a map of their love, forged in gold and carbon. Those close to the couple say they have been waiting for this step for a long time. The relationship, which began as a tentative friendship and blossomed into a powerful romance over the years, had finally reached its inevitable destination. Mert, it seems, was simply saving all this love for the perfect moment. Eventually, the bubble of privacy had to burst. The press, waiting like vultures at the exit, sensed the change. Towards the end of the celebration, Saraçoğlu stood in front of the cameras. Her eyes were filled with an emotion she tried, unsuccessfully, to conceal. A mixture of shock, relief, and overwhelming happiness. She addressed the reporters with a vulnerability that is rare in the industry. Yes. Mert proposed to me, she said, her voice trembling slightly. Although her words provoked a profound silence among the reporters, a moment of collective awe, the joy on Afra's face said everything that words could not. When asked the inevitable follow-up question, "When is the wedding?" she responded with a smile that hinted at the delicious uncertainty of the future. Everything is new. For now, we're just enjoying it. Mert, standing beside her, made his own statement without saying much. He gently embraced Afra's waist, a protective, possessive gesture, and said, "Her happiness is my happiness." It was a reaffirmation of his devotion, a public declaration that he is now her guardian and her partner. This story is a testament to the power of timing. If you appreciate the depth with which we explore these emotional landscapes here on Anything You Want, please take a moment to like this video. It helps us bring these heartwarming stories to more people. And if you want to support our team of writers and researchers, hitting that join button is the most powerful way to do so. Your support keeps the lights on and the truth flowing. The news traveled faster than light. Social media was flooded not only with congratulatory messages but with a tidal wave of nostalgia. Fans began posting videos and montages recalling the couple's romantic adventures, both past and present. The hashtag #Afram became a global trend. Comments like "the fairy tale continues" and "they are so beautiful together" dominated the internet. Afra, overcome with emotion every time she looked at her ring throughout the night, later commented on this outpouring of love. "Perhaps we wouldn't have been so brave without this support," she admitted, emphasizing that their love story is not just theirs, it belongs to all of Turkey. But the most emotional reactions came from the families. Afra made one of the first calls to her family after the proposal. Her mother reportedly burst into tears, the sound of her happiness echoing through the phone. Her father offered a blessing that every daughter dreams of hearing: "We've always dreamed of you two together." Mert's family is said to be equally thrilled. Their positive attitude reinforces the possibility that this will not be a long engagement. The families are ready. The fans are ready. The couple is ready. The sweet euphoria that began after the party took on even greater meaning with the first light of dawn. The party ended, the guests went home, but for Afra and Mert, the reality was just beginning. When Afra awoke the next morning, she looked again at the ring on her finger. For a fleeting moment, she wondered if it had all been a dream, a trick of the mind induced by champagne and adrenaline. But the ring's sparkle, catching the morning sun, reminded her that the night was as real as the air she breathed. Mert, ever the romantic, was not done with surprises. In the early hours, he sent a large bouquet of Afra's favorite flowers to their hotel suite. The note tucked inside the blooms was brief, but it held the weight of a vow: "Welcome to our new life." Afra, who began her day with the warmth of these words, continued to receive surprises from her lover throughout the day. They had reserved a table at a romantic restaurant in the city, the name of which was kept a strict secret to ensure their privacy. The chef had prepared a special menu for the couple, a culinary celebration of their union. Now, the speculation begins. Where and when will the wedding of the century take place? Some sources claim they are planning a summer wedding in a romantic coastal town, perhaps returning to the sea that witnessed their proposal. Others speculate that the couple desires a simple, heartfelt ceremony for only close friends, away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. According to rumors circulating behind the scenes, Mert has already started looking into plans for a romantic honeymoon abroad. The dreams they secretly envisioned for their new life together were perhaps discussed hundreds of times that night. Whatever happens, this journey between Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir remains a cherished memory in the making. They seem destined to be a tabloid fixture for a long time. Their love story even overshadows the television dramas on screen. Afra's words, "It all happened so suddenly, but it feels so good," once again revealed the depth and authenticity of their love. These two young talents, whose every move is closely followed, aspire to reach the pinnacle of their careers together. The red carpet awaits. The wedding dress sketches are being drawn in our imaginations. The guest list is the talk of the town. But amidst all the noise, all the flashes, and all the headlines, two people are sitting by the sea, holding hands, knowing that they have won the greatest prize of all, each other. The proposal at the birthday party was not just a question. It was the prologue to a new book. And we cannot wait to read the next chapter. Thank you for celebrating this moment of pure joy with us on Anything You Want. If this story warmed your heart, please share it. We are curious, where do you think they should get married? A grand palace or a quiet beach? Tell us your dream wedding scenario for them in the comments below. And finally, a reminder to click that join button to support independent, deep dive storytelling. Until the next secret is revealed, remember, sometimes, the best birthday gift is a promise of forever.